first, Brandon. Yeah, I know. Somebody, you loved Melo last night.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Carmelo Anthony moves into 10th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. This is a big deal. 2006, I was drafted to the Denver Broncos. Who was there on the other side of town playing basketball in the Pepsi Center was Carmelo Anthony. I was able to sit there courtside and watch this. And I fell in love with his game. Silky, smooth. And Nick, I know you hate this, but he was a walking bucket. It was phenomenal watching this dude. So to see him move into this place is everything. Yeah, but you don't like the analysis when somebody says, a walking bucket, bucket. But look, this dude is shooting the best he's ever shot in his career, so I don't see any slowing down. He's probably going to finish passing Moses Malone. He's probably going to finish passing Shaquille O'Neal. And hell, the way he's shooting the ball right now, 40% from three, he can play another 5 years, and we can see him skyrocket up that list. Absolutely love it. Great job, and congratulations to Carmelo Anthony. Melo!
That's right.
You know who he won't pass? Danny Ainge. Hey guys, I was watching Blazers Hawks last night. Just a regular Monday night in the Wolfeld-Gosk household, the four of us sitting around watching Blazers Hawks, and it dawned on me, Trae Young is so talented. Like, how talented is Trae Young? Trae Young will always make the perfect pass, no matter the circumstance, no matter the situation, no matter if you're there or not waiting to receive it. If that's where the ball should go, that's where the ball does go. Obviously, this kind of skill works much better when a body part other than Bogdan's head is there receiving the ball, but still at the risk of concussing someone, Trae Young always making the perfect pass, and for that I say, nice job, Trae.
Say it, Wilds.
Wilds.
Blammo.
Blammo. Oh, Jamal Murray's hurt. Doesn't mean he can't still help his team. Look at this. Practice threes, throwing my crutch up there to have some closeouts. Turns out, didn't work. Anthony Davis actually blocked the shot to end the game. Ended up going 6 for 24, Denver did. So Jamal Murray, step your game up. A little more aggressive with the crunch.
No
I can't tell if you were too aggressive or not aggressive enough. Either way, Denver lost.
No effort whatsoever.
Thanks to an Anthony Davis block. Didn't work.
Oh, Lakers are back on track,
huh? Put any muscle into that. Gotta put some muscle into the crutch. Time for drawing a blank. We got to start talking by Russ. Russell Westbrook became the first ever in NBA history, first player in NBA history to have at least 24 assists and 21 rebounds in a single game last night. Scott Brooks went so far as to say after Russ will go down as the second-best point guard ever.
Scotty.
Hey, Brandon.
Talk that
Scott
talk,
Brooks
Scotty.
saying Russ will be the second-best point guard ever is blank.
Listen, what's Russell's slogan? Why not? Why not? Numbers don't lie. Let's go through some of these numbers. It's Russ is the only player that did this. Russ is the only player that did that. Like, think about this. Russ is the only player in NBA history to record multiple triple-doubles with 20-plus rebounds and 20-plus assists. Russ, 5 triple-doubles with 20-plus assists is the most in all time. Russ has already locked in an average. A triple-double again this season. This is his 4th time doing it. It's only happened once before. I can go on and on about the amazing career Russ has had. Now, I know, Nick, you know, you love basketball. You love the history of the game. You're going to talk about Stockton. You're going to talk about Magic. You want to talk about Jason Kidd, you know, even Chris Paul. Like, yeah, but why not? Numbers don't lie. Walking triple-double.
Okay, you're right. I do love the history of basketball, which is why it is incumbent upon me to tell the audience, contrary to what Jenna said a few minutes ago, Carmelo Anthony actually passed Danny Ainge in all-time scoring in March of 2010, 11 years ago. All right, now to this. My answer is off by 5. I will already give Russ the nod over Iverson, because it's nonsensical. Over Iverson, over Walt, Clyde, Frazier. I'll give him the odd. I'm not going to include Harden as a point guard. I'll even give him the odd. Brandon mentioned it over Jason Kidd. But you've got Magic.
Isaiah Thomas.
You've got Oscar. You've got Steph. You've got Isaiah. You've got Chris Paul. You've got Stockton. And then you've got Russ. So right now, he's the seventh best point guard ever. Could he pass Stockton? Sure. Don't think he's going to pass Chris Paul. No, he's not going to pass Isaiah. What's the problem, Wilds? So he's off by 5. You seem confused. I just gave you the list.
You think that Russell Westbrook can be a better point guard than John Stockton? You think that he can do something in the remainder of his career to pass John Stockton as a point guard?
Well, I mean, they both play point guard as a player, sure. I mean, Stockton never won a ring. Russ has an MVP.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now I have him behind, but yes, he could pass him. Why couldn't he? I mean, I don't understand why he couldn't.
What he's doing in his career.
Again, I think he's the 7th best point guard ever. I have him behind Stockton. Yeah, that's true. Why you hate him?
My point guard doesn't need to get 20 rebounds. It just doesn't need to. In any event. My answer is fast-paced. Did you know the Wizards are on track to have the second highest pace in the last 30 years? So I'm not saying these numbers are inflated, just saying that they are playing at a very fast pace. That's why you get scores like 154-141, Wizards over Indiana, which is also a terrible team. Although there are playoff implications to this. It's a big score.
Your son's going to be so disappointed. Your son.
His other son is named Stockton,
that
so
was
he's
shameful. That was funny, Jenna. That's good.
Thank you. Amid all the offseason trauma, he just names his kids in order of where everyone stacks up point guard wise. Amid all the offseason drama, one report said the Packers cutting receiver Jake Kummerow was the final blow for the Rodgers-Packers relationship. Rodgers was complimentary of Kummerow just before the Packers cut ties. So Brandon, Rodgers being pushed over the edge by the Packers cutting Kummerow is blank.
Jake Kummerow, where's this kid coming from? This thing is petty. So apparently, this is a guy that was a friend of Aaron Rodgers that he liked last year going into the season, and then our guy, Brian Gutekunst, cuts him. This thing is just getting petty. I understand this, because when, I see a quarterback, they come in the cafeteria, guys light up. Oh, Eli Manning is sitting next to me. Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning, Tom, they're sitting next to me. People light up when you see the star quarterback. They come around for the most part, but they're different. They just don't seem like the average player. But there's always one, maybe two guys that are in their circle that they're really cool with. When you go travel and you're on the road, you get to the hotel and you go to dinner. They're always with that one or two guys. These dudes live in Appleton, Wisconsin. There's nothing there. I traveled there for years playing in Chicago. And there's one little hotel that has a steakhouse and a bar. That's it. You need friends. So if you have Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback and his friend is Jake